Hi, Om Namah Shivaay. Welcome to my channel Visa Approvals, and today we will learn how to apply spouse visa or a common law partner visa for Canada. So let's start the video. Thank you. So in this video we will cover overview, eligibility, processing time, process, documents, and how much cost it will take. Point overview. So what is it about? It is a subsection of the family class immigration category. Under this program, a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident may sponsor a spouse or a common law partner or a dependent child for Canadian PR. These have two types. Type 1. So number 1 is inland spousal sponsorship, means a couple who lives in Canada on a temporary status, and that sponsor person can be sponsored him if they are on work visa or on tourist visa or any kind of temporary visa if they are here in Canada itself. This includes the student status also. On later stage, they will get an open work permit. Even during the application will be in process. So in point number 2, outland spousal sponsorship, a person who is living in Canada and another partner is living out of Canada. So if you living like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, even if you are living in USA also, you will be fall in outland sponsorship visa. A outland applicant cannot apply for work visa like a inland sponsorship candidate can apply for work permit, and they will get a open work permit. Now let's talk about the application type. There are two kind of process for every application. Like if you want to apply for a tourist visa, study visa or PR, so you have to apply online. But in this program, Canadian government don't have any option as a online program like they have in another categories of visa. You have to apply only paper based application. This is a totally paper based application. Maybe in future Canadian government will create a platform for online application also, but meanwhile you have to apply through paper based application only for this program. This is the key reason this program is very slow, which takes a lot of time and a lot of patience from the applicant side. So now let's cover point number 2, eligibility. So there are two kind of eligibility. One is for sponsor and another is for sponsorship, and the third one is for kids also. So as a sponsor, you are at least 18 years old and you are a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada. If you are a Canadian citizen and living outside Canada, you must show that you are planned to live in Canada when the person you want to sponsor become permanent resident. You cannot sponsor someone if you are a permanent resident and living outside Canada, which means if you are living outside Canada and you are a PR holder, so that will be not possible. You cannot sponsor someone if you are a permanent resident and living outside Canada. So I hope this condition is very clear to everyone. So you are able to prove that you are not receiving any kind of social assistance for reason other than disability, and you can provide for the basic needs of any person you want to sponsor. So the important point is the eligibility is not saying that you must have a work or a job if you are going to sponsor a person, but if you have any kind of job or any kind of business or any kind of source of money, that will make your case more strong. So here my suggestion is, if you are jobless, then get a offer letter at least from any company. If you are in a job, then you can collect your salary slips and you can attach as a supporting in your application for your sponsorship. Actually, that will make your case more stronger. So now second topic is who can be sponsored. So first of all, your spouse must be legal married to you. Canada allowing every kind of marriage like LGBT, and but at least they should be 18 years old, and any kind of your common law partner if you are not married. Point 3 is your dependent children. Children qualify as dependents if they meet both of these requirements. First of all, they are under 22 years old and they don't have a spouse or a common law partner, means they should be single, they should not be married. So next point is process time. So how much time it will take? So basically this will take minimum time is 4 months 4 to 6 months, and in general it takes 6 to 8 months, and the maximum time of a process and application is like 8 to 12 months, which is almost, you can say, a totally 1 year for the same. This is the official time which is mentioned on the website, but in general, I have seen that most of my friends have got spousal PR, or you can say the PR for their partner within 3 to 6 months only. But it may vary and it depend case to case. 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, whatever it is. So you must be prepared for at least 1 year. Now let's talk about cost. Cost is totally different for both the cases, for children and for the spouse. To sponsor a spouse or a common law partner, the cost would be $1,040. And for children, if you want to sponsor your children's, then it will be $150. But that cost does not include any kind of other processes like your biometrics, your online payment, your medical certificate, police clearance, your courier charges. That everything is totally separate. The cost which I mentioned for $1,040 and $150, that is the cost of sponsorship program only. Or you can say this is the cost of PR if you are applying through this program. Let's talk about the next step, that is documentation part, which is very important now. Actually, this is depend on your situation. What is your case? So we can check what is our case on the government website, and we can fill our details. So we will get all the documentation and all the forms according to our profile. On the website, you will get a brief idea what documents and what kind of forms will be suit on your application and as per your profile. So in document section, there is one good point that you do not require any kind of IELTS test or any kind of language test. Also, you do not require any kind of WES. Even the same thing will be applied in case of if you are sponsoring your kids or children under this program. So you have to download all the mandatory forms from IRCC. So like these forms will be about like how do you know each other, your family backgrounds, your family check, and some journal question, and it will take time. So take your time as you need. There is no hurry. And rest document which are mentioned below are required in photocopy form only. Proof of your payment, which is you can pay online and take print out. Proof of your identity, that is your birth certificate, your passport, Aadhaar card, PR card, etc. etc. Then your medical certificate. After ICC ask you end of the application submission, you will go through with the medical certificates also. Then a proof of status in Canada, like a person who is sponsoring a common law partner, that required to submit a photocopy of work permit or a PR card copy or a study status or a tourist visa status copy also. Then you required police clearance certificate, your residence more than 6 months older at least. Then your proof of previous relationship. If you are married, then you have to provide your all divorced approved papers. And now this is a very important part, that is proof of your relationship. As I said, any kind of legal document which proves that you guys are officially married, and at least 20 photographs which prove that you have a very long relationship of your old days, your restaurant, your movies, your honeymoon pictures, or any kind of tour which you have gone to, together, you have visited any place together, you have selfies of hilly areas and sea areas and the desert side. So any kind of photos which can prove that you have a very deep and good relationship from a long time. And if your marriage is arranged, then you can share your restaurant dinner pictures or restaurant lunch pictures, then your kids' school festivals, and any kind of celebration where you were present together, visit any kind of religious places, or any kind of any important days of your life. Also, you can provide your social media platforms, chatting pages. You can get a printout of them and you can attach them as a supporting in your application under this program. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. You can also send invoices or any kind of bill which proves that you have buy something for your partner and gifted the same on any kind of occasion which you remember, and you have to mention that in your form also. If you have any kind of joint bank account, that will be very helpful. You can show the transactions also. For love marriage or for arranged marriage, you can also submit your rent agreements that you lives in the same area, or you lives in the same building, or you lives in the same apartment. Also, you can prove this through insurance also. If both parties name mentioned in the LIC form or insurance form, or any kind of home insurance, life insurance, or car insurance, or any kind of insurance which you have, all these documents will convince the consulate or the decision maker team that you guys are in a good relationship from a long time and you can support each other. Marriage don't have any kind of intentions to get the advantage of this program for their permanent residency. Proof of previous relationship. So, in case if someone is already married and that person wants a divorce, so first of all, they need to get it sorted out, and they need to furnish everything with the previous relationship, and they have to provide their all the documents which prove that now that person is single again. For proof of payment, you have to do this online, and once you will pay the fees, then you have to take the printout and you will attach that printout with your application under this program. Next step is process. So in this, first of all, you have to determine your eligibility, that you are eligible for sponsor someone. Second, that you can access your all personalized document checklist, which is available on the website also. Third step, that is all necessary forms with supporting documents. You have to collect everything. Okay, so take your time to collect all these forms to make every information very transparent and clear to the immigration officer. Rearrange all the documents and staple them or compile them in a file. So for all this, you need at least 20 to 30 days, and take your time. There is no hurry. Again and again, I'm saying why I'm saying this, because this is a paper-based application and you cannot make any kind of changes later. Once your application will be doubtful, that will be sent back to you and you have to apply it again. So it will be a double task. So better is take your time and collect your all the information, collect your all the forms, fill everything clear and transparent, and everything should be correct and in a true formation. So double check everything before you are going to dispatch these application package to the Canadian immigration. So signature on the right space is really important. If your signatures will not match, or you will leave the space blank, your application will be again backed in your court. The last one is submission of document with the right courier service and send it across according to your inland or outland profile, followed by medical test of sponsored person. Om Namah Shivay.